Hello and welcome. My name's Ryan, and today we're going to be looking at the unfortunate truth of I can no longer buy a home in my city. I already own some real estate here, so I haven't been fully X'd out of the market. However, there's many people who want to buy, including myself, buy more, or other people who want to buy for the first time, and it's become pretty much impossible, and that makes me really sad. But we're going to look at why that is. Not in this video, but I'll be exploring with you guys new ways to invest, new ways to make money, because this used to be the best way to make money. I've helped tons of people create huge financial gains, change their financial futures. It's even without the massive increases we've seen. There was amazing plans set out that within 10 to 15 years they could basically retire from not thinking they could ever retire. So first off, let's see what our average home costs in Ottawa. Main housing stats for Ottawa as of March 2nd. The average price for a home in Ottawa is now $765,000. It's an increase of 17% from last year. This includes all houses and condos together. Let's go back and search what's on the market today. So you'll see there's still some properties here, which is great. You're going to start to see even in the country here, we're looking at $1 million, 1.2, 700 for a townhouse. And this is in Barhaven, which is suburbs. Let's get into point one, that the house market has gotten too expensive. It says the average household income is about $97,000, but we're going to go with $100,000. And we're going with a 4.5% multiplier, which means you could have a mortgage of $450,000. So we're going to assume a 20% down payment. $550,000 is going to be our max price. Now you will see that there's pretty much nothing. So if you're making the average amount of money, there's nothing in the core. Suburbs, there's some townhouses. Oh, here's one, it's $550,000. No offers until March 8th, so it'll probably sell for more than this. $500,000. Fully detached home. No offers until March 9th, so it'll probably sell more than this. Today's March 3rd, by the way. But you can see that there's nothing really in here. And if there are any, the problem is there's going to be multiple offers. It'll probably get pushed over that. There's no inventory at this price point. So, and that's 20% down, $100,000 income. So you either got to make a lot more than $100,000, which is the average, or you have to find something that's not on the market or change what you're looking for. So if I wanted a fully detached home, all of these are waiting on offers, and so their prices will probably be more than this. Right away, it's not very affordable to own anymore, even if you're making good money. Now let's go to interest rates. Let's say our interest rates are 2.7, maybe higher, maybe lower, but it's a pretty good one. And we put that into our calculator, and we need $450,000 in our mortgage over 25 years, 5-year amortization. So you're locked in for 5 years, so you're not going to have to worry about any spikes in the interest rates for now. We're looking at a monthly payment of $2,000. And that's just for the mortgage, nothing else. Even though the interest rates are historically low, the purchase prices are so high. And again, this is where I couldn't find anything. So if I wanted to find something, this is going to have to go even higher. Again, making it for the average person unaffordable to own in my city. Average priced home in Ottawa is now $765,000, or we'll just say $770,000 for simple math. And we need 20% down, plus closing costs, but if you want a down payment for an average house, you need to have $154,000 saved in your bank account. If you're willing to go 5% down and pay CMHC, we're looking at a quarter of that, $39,000. Sounds reasonable until you start to think that these people are only making $100,000 a year. Yeah, that's pre-tax. If you look at it, they're making $65,000. I don't know how you're supposed to save almost $40,000 quickly in order to buy a house. And the rates of the housing is going up so fast, that's only at 5% down. But if you want to go the full 20% down, you need $154,000. And that's just the down payment. Part 3 is low inventory. So let's say there's something specific I want. I'm willing to pay for it. And I'm going to say I want some land. I want 10 plus acres. Unlimited price, 3-bedroom house, 1 bath. So again, that's not going to be in the right downtown core because there isn't 10-acre parcels. But I'm willing to go a little bit further into the country. I can still get in. No limit on prices. So I've got one here, $2.5 million. One here, $1.4 million. Million, 1.1, 4.5. That's a big house. Million and 2.5. So you need $1 million plus in order to get 10 acres. The inventory is very, very limited. So none of these houses are in the price point, but even on top of that, none of these houses are necessarily exactly what I'm looking for because there just isn't a lot of inventory. I have maybe 6 homes to choose from in a huge swath of space. It's the prices and the limit of market is making it really hard to find something that you're looking for. When I first started buying real estate, it was a really easy conversation. You would say, okay, I want to buy a house, and if I can't live there, I can rent it. Or I'm going to buy it, rent it out, and I'll live still at home, or I'll rent somewhere that's a little bit smaller and I'll grow into that. Or I already own a house and I'm going to buy a rental. Buying houses in Ottawa was relatively straightforward in my opinion because the rent's covered. So now we're going to look at for rent. There are some for rent. So $4,000, $2,600, $2,300 for a small little house. If this is to make sense, we need to find this house for less than $500,000. If we can find those houses, then the rent would cover just barely at a 20% down payment. If not, they won't cash flow. Oh, here, this is perfect. So this one's $1.1 million. We had just looked at the rental for $2,700 based on the rent. Maybe, $520, $530. But it's not. It's in the millions. And so it's almost 2 times what it should be in order for the rent to cover. So rent is no longer covering owning a home. So this is the first time, and I'm going to do a separate video on this, where renting might make more sense than owning as long as you have somewhere else to put your money. So to sum it up, I absolutely love my city, and unfortunately, I can't buy here anymore. I've been priced out of the market unless I do a few things, which is either greatly increase my income, liquidate my properties in order to have massive down payments, or buy somewhere else. Makes me really sad because, again, I love this city. So I'm going to be exploring new ways to invest in real estate, hopefully in Canada as well as in the States, as I'm a big fan. And so I will be exploring those and sharing my findings with you guys. Talk to you soon.